right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over yonder. It's Friday. I'm feeling a little burned out. Kind of tired. You?
I'm fine, man. I feel good.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like Monday, Tuesday, I felt like, geez, this week is never going to end. We get to
Right.
Friday, and I'm awake. I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah.
I've been ultra busy this week, but
Yeah,
I feel
it's
good.
been an ultra busy week for me too, man. We got a lot going on, and last night I was. Have you ever been to a dueling pianos?
I love piano bars. So
Yeah.
that's
Dueling
awesome.
pianos is really a fun event, and
You can't not have fun when there's two pianos.
right. Yeah.
It's way too much fun.
This was a benefit for Mission Ferry people, and it's a
Okay.
small charity here in Muskegon, and nice crowd. A little older, so it took the guys. It took them some work to break the ice with the crowd. You know, they had to do some digging to get them to start responding.
Right.
And it was the first time Cindy had ever seen dueling pianos, so she enjoyed it and had a good time. Saw some friends, and we just don't go out a lot like that. And you
I got a
generally
question. Is there a difference between dueling pianos and like your typical piano bar?
Well,
where there's
dueling
two
pianos is
and
two guys. They sit there and they make jokes back and forth.
Right.
And they
Yeah,
play.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and great night, a lot of fun. Nice to see some friends out and all that kind of stuff. And I got home and I wrote up about going to see dueling pianos. Well, actually, I didn't write up about it. But you know Stu McAllister.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Stu's
love
funny
Stu.
guy, yeah.
Well, Stu made some comment about he did a podcast about Family Video.
Okay.
And I thought, well, here's a comedian. I'm going to be funny back. And I'm like, hey, great. A podcast about a video rental. Where's that been all my life? So he came back with another one. And I went on this and I thought, all right, I'm going to be funny. So I went on this pointless tirade about my night. And I was just doing a play-by-play of what was going on in the house. Cindy was getting out of the shower. Then she started up the blow dryer. Then she said, ouch. So she must have burned her hand on her flat iron and blah, blah, blah. And it was all about us just getting home from dueling pianos, right?
Uh-huh.
So I write this book thinking it's funny. And Stu McAllister comes back, and you got to keep in mind it's a comedian, right?
Right.
Stu McAllister comes back, and I laughed so hard I cried. He comes back with dueling pianos ought to replace the pianos with guns. They ought to just shoot at each other. And I thought,
good.
Oh, that line only comes from a comedian. Only a comic would come up with that.
And someone who's been doing it that long too. I mean, because Stu's, he's one of those guys that we talked about. One of those guys that's just a grinder. He's just been doing it forever. So he's got a nice gig there at the Bob.
I love the guy. I really do. I did not expect anything that incredibly funny to come back after my book of attempted funny. He comes back with one line and just kills it.
Right.
God, that was funny.
And that's why I've said that it bears repeating about stand-up comics.
Yep.
They're the brain surgeons of entertainment. The toughest thing to do, and the precision with the one-liners and how quick you got to be, how you got to read the room. You got your act in your head, but sometimes you got to be able to think quick on your feet. And to be that consistently funny,
right?
Doing it even if it's just like a 8-minute set or a 5-minute set,
right?
Bam, 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 joke machine. It's
hilarious.
It's an incredibly difficult skill.
Really was.
And it's great. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's get down to some news here. I would imagine you've got something waiting for you somewhere.
Plethora. I had a bunch of things I was going to do, and then I switched it around. Then I inserted stuff and took them out. I'm like, okay, what are the 3 things I need to talk about? Boom, let's get to it. The co-founder of Facebook says it's time to break up the social media site. In an op-ed for the New York Times, Chris Hughes, who helped Mark Zuckerberg build the site when they were students at Harvard, called on the federal government to hold Zuckerberg accountable for the unchecked power he has. Hughes also criticized Zuckerberg for his handling of Facebook's privacy scandal. I think Facebook wants this. I think Facebook wants to be regulated because here's the thing. They're essentially a monopoly.
Right.
They don't want any and they don't want any competition. I mean,
Right.
I haven't had. I disagreed with a lot of stuff Facebook has been doing with the banning, but that's their right to do it. It's it's your company. You can do whoever you want. If people got a problem with the bans, you can say start up your own social media site, but I mean, Facebook is a Goliath. I don't know that you're taking that down.
I've looked into a different social media site, and it's called, oh God, what was it called? I can't think of it.
See, that's the problem.
That's
the problem. Facebook,
I get that, right?
Everybody knows.
This other one here is an app-based social media thing that you got to charge a little subscription fee for. It's about $5 a month. And what I don't know is if people that like Muskegon Channel and Positively Muskegon, I don't know if I don't know if I feel comfortable in charging $5 a month to people that want that news service. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's really, really tempting to look at this thing, but they still want like $695, $700 a month for you to build this platform of your own socially.
And when you can do it on Facebook for free,
but you can't anymore. Most everything that you want Facebook to get out is either pay for play or, I mean, that organic reach that Facebook had at one point is not there like it used to be. I'm still hitting our numbers like we need to with both pages because, we've got a job to do to take care of people that advertise with us. But it's not like it used to be at all. At all.
What do you think though about the government stepping in on when it comes to Facebook? Should that be a thing, or I don't know, and I think it's one of those issues that I think both the right and the left are kind of scratching their heads over. There are pluses and minuses to them maintaining their monopoly because it's essentially a monopoly, and having the government step in and say, hey, you're essentially like the phone company was. I don't know.
Essentially is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that Facebook did anything like, and again, I don't know, but people just gravitated to it.
Yeah.
You didn't just gravitate to the phone lines. They put the lines up, and that's all you had the choice for.
Yeah. Exactly. That's it. I don't know how I feel. Like I said, I have hated a lot of the stuff Facebook's done. I don't really like Facebook. I'm not on it that much anymore. Twitter's kind of more my speed, but I don't really, I like condensed, edited versions of stuff down because I don't. I want to click on this. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on that. Facebook gets. I'm for everybody just getting off all social media entirely because I think it's a mess, and I think we're all better people when we're not on social media. Yeah. So, but I can't deny that. Hey, when it comes to Twitter, I'm on that mostly for work, but occasionally I found myself, kind of looking at stuff that, a lot of this, it's unnecessary noise that just goes in one ear and out the other. But then some of it just kind of
festers. There are times too where people have to post a question and they have to poise an outlook and they have to say, is this right? Why?
Why do they have to?
Why do they have to?
Everybody's got a voice now, and everybody uses their voice. And why? Why? I mean, I'm not saying you don't have the right to do it, but why is it necessary?
Because that's how things work. Go back to Eleanor Roosevelt. Why did she have to be the first lady that turned the first lady thing into an ambassador role instead of sit there and smile nice?
Well, let me put it to you this way: should that have ever happened?
Why not?
Should the first lady ever be anything other than you're the and I would say this for the husband of whoever the first female president is. Does the husband have a role? Not. I mean, we didn't vote for you. We voted for your wife. She's the president.
If it ever worked out that Cindy won the presidency, I'd have a role as the first husband.
But you weren't voted for. You weren't voted for. That's the whole point.
But you didn't ask what my role would be.
Yeah. What would
I'd be in that lazy boy, and I would have a remote control in one hand, and I'd be going like this to servants in the White House, and it'd be great.
But here's the problem. Everybody feels like they have a voice now, and nobody shuts up.
Well,
Nobody shuts up. It's like, I don't, that's why I said the other day, I don't retweet. I don't, anything regarding Trump. I steer
Right.
clear of anything pro or negative. I think it's wasted. It's a wasted emotion.
There you go.
And I'm not into it. I don't care.
Thank you very much.
I think
you're a stalwart reporter. Thank you.
Aren't I? Once the lone objective voice in the universe right now.
Look at you.
I'm not even a real journalist.
Can I touch you here?
I'm going
to reach to the camera and get you.
There we go.
Hey, that's
as close as we're going to get to physical contact. That's it. Former Vice President and current Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden maintains a significant more than 2-1 lead over his nearest challenger in the latest polls. Biden leads Democratic Socialist and fellow geriatric Bernie Sanders 40 to 19%. No other candidate is even in double digits. I know it's early, it's way early, but this is Biden's to lose, and he's doing a good job so far of not losing it. This is big. This is a much bigger lead than Trump had over the Republicans at the same time back in 2015. So we'll see where this goes. It's interesting though. If you look at the age, the combined age of the three top candidates, Trump, Biden, and Bernie Sanders, it's 225 years old. Their combined age is 225. Here's another crazy thing to kind of wrap your mind around. By the next election, by 2024, all the candidates, you could throw Elizabeth Warren in here because she's over 70. All by math, all four of the top candidates should be dead by 2024.
Now, Dave.
It's amazing. No,
how old is your mom?
My mom's 83.
See, so you can't say that.
No, I'm just saying based on average life expectancy.
There you go.
When all of these candidates were born, you know what the average life expectancy was?
Huh.
It was 65. The average life expectancy for all the candidates was 65.
Of course,
they've
back when these candidates were all born, people were chain smoking Luckies.
Exactly. They were all born before 1950.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Think about Trump. Trump's when Bernie Sanders graduated high school, Trump was in 7th grade. And to many people, he's still in 7th grade. But this is amazing to me. We've got all geriatrics, all old people. I don't mind it. I'm fine with it. I just think it's fascinating.
Okay.
I'm cool with it.
You lost me on this.
I embrace
when you start throwing numbers and all that story problem crap in, I get lost.
No, I'm sorry. Well, okay. Bottom line is
math is hard. That's
whoever the next president is going to be ancient. That's what it's going to be.
Okay.
I love it though. I love it. I love old people. So moving on, Muskegon Public Schools are set to announce the district's reorganization plan. That plan, tied to a bond proposal, will be presented at a meeting next Thursday. That meeting open to the public, scheduled from 6 to 7:30 at Muskegon High School. Do you think they intentionally schedule these things during dinner time so people are less likely to show up and bitch?
I don't know.
That's what I would actually push it. Let's make it 5:45 so most of them are stuck in traffic and won't come. We got our plan. We're gonna put it out to the public. You guys can talk, say your piece, but we're gonna do what we're gonna do.
I don't know about that.
That's what I would do.
If
I was one of these committees, I would totally schedule these meetings for when people are least likely to come and show up and make the meeting longer. I like short meetings, though. I've never been involved in any meeting that is anything other than utterly pointless.
My favorite meetings are like, okay, we're gonna get together and have an off-campus meeting today. I turn white when I hear that. It's like, oh no, because the big pad of paper's coming out and somebody's gonna be up front writing down. Let's have a brainstorming session.
I don't want you want to make a meeting last. You just don't make it. You want to get in, get out. Don't bring any writing material. Nothing to write notes on.
And
nothing.
The other one that's a surefire death sentence. We're gonna provide coffee and donuts. Oh, jeez. I could. In other words, if you have hemorrhoids, bring your ring. because you're going to be sitting here a while. Your input's really valued.
Yeah. Don't you want to? Here's the other thing. At any meeting you've ever been to.
Better yet. At this meeting, we're going to come up with a SWOT analysis. The strengths, weaknesses, and target.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But when the meeting is starting to wind down and you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's been an hour and they tell you it's only going to be, this might only be a half an hour and we're into, the 75-minute mark.
Right.
And just as it's finally starting to wrap up, somebody says, but wait a minute, what about somebody, decides to pose another question and you just want to punch that person in the face
the worst
100
one.
times.
I'll give you the worst one. We're running a little long here, but I'll make it quick. Way back when at KLQ, we had this meeting. It was called the BHAG meeting. The Big Hairy Ass Goal was the acronym for BHAG. They gave everybody a silver dollar, a brand new silver dollar that came in a nice little case, and they gave everybody a check, an unsigned check in a frame that was $1,000 with our name on it. And if we hit this goal, we all got these checks signed, right?
Okay.
They brought in this, and of course, they brought in the outside consultant.
I hate those people.
Dude, it was an all-day meeting. It was morning show people that had been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, having to sit there till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was overnight people that had to work overnights and be a part of this thing. Oh, my God. The BHAG.
Yeah, I hate it.
And at the end of it, he ended up throwing the check away, and I don't remember who I gave the silver dollar to, but
Has there ever been a consultant for anything in any walk of life that you haven't wanted to just light on fire? And that seems extreme, and it's kind of a joke, but not really. Hey, I've got an idea. You know what? You really don't. Your job is pointless, and you know it, and you're trying to pretend that it's not.
Shut up, do your sports. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Tigers get blanked by the Angels 13-0. Cubs win. Do they play anybody besides the Marlins? 4-0. That's sports.
See you on Monday. Have a great weekend, and I love you like a brother.
Happy Mother's Day.